Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, by Shem Raka Kodash, Barakatom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. In peace and salutations to Ya'akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Ra'aya with another video, and I'm going to start it off with Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And this great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, is referring to the United States of America, also known biblically as Babylon the Great. And the reason for it being known spiritually as Sodom is because it pushes and upholds homosexuality, transgenderism, lesbianism, and all manners of wickedness, that LGBTQ agenda. And the reason it's known spiritually as Egypt is because it is a place of torment and slavery for the children of Israel, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And also America does a lot of things that ancient Egypt did. Just look at the back of your $1 bill, or look at the Washington Monument, which is an obelisk. A lot of brothers have been doing very edifying lessons on how this modern day spiritual Egypt does a lot of the same practices that ancient Egypt did, especially Elder Yashawamba at the GMS Dallas camp. But what I'm going to be getting into with this video is why this great city, Babylon the Great, the United States of America, is also spiritually called Sodom. And for that, it's going to be destroyed by 200 million thermonuclear missiles, as well as the laser beams from the chariot of the Most High, which people ignorantly refer to as so-called UFOs. This is an article from WND.com titled, Convention at Major U.S. Hotels Showcase Extreme Sexual Depravity. Exclusive, Linda Harvey slams practices of severely emotionally disturbed people, which is exactly what you Edomites or so-called white people are. You're the wicked that the Bible speaks of. You're that base man that is into everything that's completely contrary to the scriptures, especially sodomy. If you had plans to take your kids to downtown Cleveland over the weekend of April 25th to 28th, don't, unless you want them to receive a quick and nightmarish tutorial about where the LGBTQ agenda really takes America, that great city, which is spiritually known as Sodom, into a filthy sewer, which America has always been a filthy sewer. That weekend, major Cleveland hotels will host Claw, the Cleveland Annual Leather Weekend. It's a large orgy of homosexual males, or sodomites, focused on sadomasochism and bondage. Think ropes, chains, erotic asphyxiation, suspension by hooks, cutting, etc. Or maybe don't think about them, since they are usually considered reckless, stupid activities involving major risks of injury and disease committed by severely emotionally disturbed people. Unless, of course, you identify as LGBTQ, then you get respect and can demand whatever you want in public accommodations, even if it's crazy, disgusting, or a public health nightmare. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, the so-called white man, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. And when we go to that word fornicator in the blue letter, it's
Strong's G 4205. Parnas. Parnas.
Parnas, but it looks like pornos. A man who prostitutes his body to another's lust for hire. A male prostitute. A man who indulges in unlawful sexual intercourse. A fornicator, being into BDSM and all that other weirdo stuff. And it's just no coincidence that it mentions Esau as a fornicator, because again, that's just you Edomites' nature. If you have an interest in the West End that weekend, it's apparently full. Think about that. Packed with deviant Edomite males who will be doing who knows what in their rooms. Sorry to offend, but it's important to understand what is going on here. The public sharing of bodily fluids of promiscuous people who also regularly engage in anatomically invasive sex practices, sodomy, or anal sex. So in the meeting rooms of the Westin Hampton Inn, Cleveland Marriott, etc., there will be activities and workshops, aka orgies, involving blood, feces, urine, semen, and when people realize what they are doing, possibly vomit. Why do you think we call you Edomites the basest of men, the devil that the Bible speaks of, rampant homosexuals? Several days later, you might be attending a corporate luncheon in the same room, and the Cleveland Department of Health is apparently okay with this. But a subset of homosexual males loves these practices as a way to express sexual orientation, and so Cleveland officials just let these deviants take over the city. Isn't it obvious that the LGBT community rules the country, and the Equality Act in Congress will only bring more such barbaric perversion to America's public accommodations? These preferences and this conduct do not belong in the U.S. Civil Rights Code, but that's what Nancy Pelosi has pledged to do, bring this dangerous bill, H.R. 5, to a vote, and with the 240 co-sponsors, it is likely to pass, and then it goes to Senate, where the same bill is S788 has also been introduced. So see, America passes bills to allow this wickedness to go on. That's why, again, back in Revelation 11 and 8, it's spiritually known as Sodom. Didn't Barack Obama make a same-sex marriage legal? Here's part of the Claw mission statement. Claw holds that adults interested in leather fetish and BDSM is natural and healthy. And this is supposedly from these high IQ Edomites who can tell you that the world's billions of years old, but don't know that the anus isn't used for sex. Perhaps for residents of hell, but for those of us in functional America, these remain sick and twisted activities, lest there be any fornicator more profane than Esau. And they've got a list of some of these wholesome activities they'll be having at this Claw meeting. This is on clawinfo.org, which I highly doubt a lot of you brothers will be visiting. Claw skills and education. Let's see. Oh, ass play, sodomy, fisting, beginners, fisting, an unbreakable bond, cleaning out for fun and profit, using extreme death toys, 15 plus, more safely. And remember, this is a workshop for sodomite men. Rimming, fisting advanced, fisting intro, cleaning out, I like clean butts, I cannot lie, bondage, sleep sacks and plastic wrap, tying up the Johnsons, rope, box ties. This is disgusting. Oh, bondage for beginners, community, state of the POC union, be my brother, be my sister. Oh, we've got some incest going on. Race play, returning to the minefield, boot blacking and leather care, dungeon and public play safe protocols, lessons from the AIDS plague, there's one in here I was looking for. Losing My Religion, a dissection of religion, spirituality, and kink. Trans 101, sexting of the gay trans man. Oh, a $20 dungeon. You see why we call you Edomites the basest of men and psychopathic homosexuals? Oh, here it is. Fetish affinities. How to train your puppy. The Bark Side. A puppy community roundtable. You Edomites are also into all that bestiality and what's it called? It's that thing where grown-ass people dress up like animals and have sex. Furries, that's what it's called. And with this talking about puppies and puppy play, this reminds me of Job 30:1. Just going to show that the Bible has the traits of you Edomites down to a T. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, these Edomites, because Esau came out of Isaac, which was the progenitor of Jacob, who was the progenitor of the Israelites, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with my dogs of the flock, because you're going to pop them and have sex with them. They've got animal brothels all over Europe. Just disgusting madness. I'm going to jump down to verse 8. They were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Back in Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. So that's pretty much it with these articles. But as you can see, that's why that great city, Babylon the Great, the United States of America, is known as spiritual Sodom, because it takes part in all the wickedness that ancient Sodom and Gomorrah took place in. And as ancient Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by fire and hailstone, this modern Sodom and Gomorrah is going to be destroyed by modern fire and hailstones, which is those nuclear-tipped ICBMs. This is Isaiah 13, verse 19 through 20. And Babylon, the United States of America, Babylon the Great, that virgin daughter of Babylon, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. But again, with this modern fire and brimstone, those nuclear-tipped ICBMs, as well as the laser beams from the chariot of the Most High, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Once the United States of America is hit with those 200 million nuclear missiles, as well as the laser beams from the chariot of the Most High, it's just going to become a desolate wasteland that only desert creatures are going to dwell there. It's going to be a memorial as to what a wicked rulership looks like and how not to govern the world. And good riddance once this great wicked city is finally taken out of place. So with this video, I hope you sincere Akim were edified. As always, I'm going to say Abba Bal, Kwam Yasharala. Till next time, Shalom.